Hopefully we're back online. We, I don't somehow lost our feed, but we're back. We're back on Facebook and YouTube, folks. Hit the share button. Say hey to me. Hey, Patty. How's Ohio? Is it hot? Hot here in Tennessee? I'm dying back here in the studio. Isaac's got a fur coat on, and I'm dying. You had to walk outside a while ago where it's 100 to cool down. Or warm up, rather. I've never seen anything like it. Say hey to your ma for me, Miss Patty. Hope y'all are doing well today. It's a good sound right there. Good trio. Hello, Brian White. Texas 101. Heat feels like 106. Oh, Brian. It's 120 in my office right now. You've got a cold front going through Texas. It is so hot in here. My ears are getting a little bit red. Hot and hard to breathe. I hear that, Miss Patty. Amen to that. I get it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. Yep. You were on a golf course, Brian White, in 100 and something degrees. Okay. You just do that. Oh my. Golfing right now in 100-degree heat? You people are all nuts. Brian, you're nuts. Isaac's nuts. Everybody's nuts. Golfing in 100 some degrees? No, Brian. Oh, Brian, bless your heart. Just finished up. Keeps me from hitting anyone. Yeah, I understand that. Okay, here we go. My boys and girls, you just heard the best mixed quartet sound in Southern gospel music. Yep, you heard me right. Tell me a better mixed quartet sound than that. One that's got a show enough in your face bass singer like what you just heard from Darren Abear. Lisa Williamson, are you kidding me? I'm sorry. You can disagree. It's okay. It is. It's okay. But I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to play several songs and from the artists that you can. One way that you can go help support Real Southern Gospel during this share-a-thon is to go buy stuff. And if you go to realsoutherngospel.com, go to the store, You'll see CDs by those artists, and we would love to send those to you. Some of them have thumb drives. And of course, we've got, if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, excuse me, I'm going to put some stuff up. For example, this right here, we've got the old Real Southern Gospel coffee mug. When you buy those, it helps the station. We've got different t-shirts, one that says make Real Southern Gospel great again in red, then in white. And then we've got Make Mine the Real Thing t-shirts. On the backside says home for the forgotten fan of real Southern gospel music, black and red. Then we got one in gray that has Make Mine the Real Thing on the front, and then just the Real Southern Gospel logo on the back, certified real Southern Gospel. So go to realsoutherngospel.com and you can get the t-shirts and the CDs and the coffee mugs, and you can get the stream of my testimony and song I've got on here, and the music of Vic Graves' testimony from ICU number 15. And you can get the Real Southern Gospel Quartet album. Look at that right there. Look at those guys. They look like Philadelphia lawyers, but they're far better singers than they are lawyers. Are they up next by any chance? Can you make them next? Real Southern Gospel Quartet? Whatever you said. Yeah, give me Rebecca's. Which one is that? Blessed Assurance in the Blood. Rebecca Peck, who Tom and Rebecca just gave a donation about an hour or two ago. And you talking about a songwriter, my word. Let's listen to the Real Southern Gospel Quartet right now. If you like this, go get the CD or the thumb drive. It's right there at realsoutherngospel.com in the store. This is our one-day booster share-a-thon. Folks, we got to get through November, and we are halfway into October with our funding. Praise the Lord. And we're on till 7. We got to get through November into December. It'd be, what a blessing if we could get through December, just get that done, and then set up the fall share-a-thon ready for just to fund the next year. Boy, that would be such a blessing. But you can go to the store, buy this stuff. You can give a donation of any amount, one-time donation, monthly donation. To do that, you can go to realsoutherngospel.com. On the main page, it says donate now. Click that, do your thing. One-time gift, you can set it up for a monthly. If you don't like monkeying around with computers and online stuff, you can call 615-218-0517. 615-218-0517. And we'll take all your information over the phone. But right now, the Real Southern Gospel Quartet, folks, this is show enough, gun barrel straight, right between the eyes, no doubt about it. Nothing but real, traditional Southern gospel music. Enjoy. incredible, and I do mean incredible singing. My word, Tim Mays. Here. Wait a minute. Here, Tim Mays. Here's what I think of Tim Mays right here. Yep. Tim Mays singing lead with the Real Southern Gospel Quartet. Absolutely unreal. You like that? You want the CD? You want the thumb drive? I don't blame you. Go get it. RealSouthernGospel.com. Go to the store. Okay? Hey, let me give you a few more names of folks since January 3rd of 2022 who have stood with us. They've given one-time gifts. Some have given monthly gifts. Some have given monthly gifts and one-time gifts, and they've just simply blessed the station. I'm going to start here on my list with Gary Kahn, who, is normally on at this time on Fridays, but he got the day off so we could do this share-a-thon. And Gary, God bless you, man. Thank you for doing what you do for us on the air, and then on top of that, even help to support us financially. Thank you, Gary. Philip Hines, thank you. Nathan Lane, bless you. Nathan Lane is such a blessing. Do you hear him on the station every day with his audio blogs? They're spot on. Neil Champion, it was one of the very first ones to reach out to me and encourage me for Real Southern Gospel Radio. And for that, Neil, I'm immensely thankful. Neely Palmer, Nathan Morris, Ron Yates, Patty Graham, Paul Green, Poteet Clinton, Christopher Dotson, Travis Howard, heard from him earlier today. Brother Stacy Piercy, heard from him earlier today. Noella Prochaska, Peter Taylor, Voice of Truth Quartet, heard from those boys today. Rita Spears, heard from her today. Joel Hill, Richard Gonzer, Rick Deneau, Ronald Cluck, thank you. God bless all of you. You have been a blessing to us, and I just wanted to once again tell you that. I'm going to give you some more names here in just a little bit. Let's play another song that's on the Real Southern Gospel label, and you can go get their records. And tell you what, once you go to realsoutherngospel.com, click on the talent agency and answer a couple of those questions, and we'll get back to you, and we'll get the Inspirationals Quartet of Texas coming to your church to sing songs for you like this right here. When the King of Glory. Turn this up, let it bless you. What singing, what writing, what everything. Go, boys. He did on this record.
Ron's definitely the weakest, but that's really not saying much.
Yeah. Really, there's just no weak links on this. You're in this group. Hey, folks, are you enjoying the Inspirationals Quartet? We're just talking about weak links. They have none. Whew. It's powerful stuff. Lead, baritone, tenor, bass. Man. Yeah. That's Don Wills just being ridiculous on the bass notes there. John Rulapal being ridiculous on the high notes, and everybody else ridiculous in the middle. What a quartet. By the way, Inspirationals Quartet will be the guest DJ next weekend here on Real Southern Gospel Radio. Man, wait till you hear this record, and wait till you just hear the guys talk about what's going on with this group. It's just simply amazing. And again, I say, while you can, you better get them while you can, because they're not going to travel, 200 dates a year and all that, like all the other groups. Not even close to that. Not even close to 100. You better get them if and when you can there, okay? You want to hear that at your event, your concert, your singing, your homecoming, your camp meeting, your revival. That's tough stuff there. That's so good. So go to realsoutherngospel.com, click on the talent agency button, and answer a couple of those questions. It'll take you 15 seconds, and we'll make it happen. We'll get all that happening for you. Okay. Hey, somebody consider doing this. Would somebody consider doing, say, a $500 match? Say, Brother Les, I'm going to commit up to $500. If somebody will, or many folks can do it. We can get $5 donations, $10 donations, $20 donations. And as long as it goes up to $500, somebody will match that. Would somebody do a $500 match? Say, I'm in. I'll give you $500 or up to it if you can get some folks to match all of that $500. And if we get that, that would be $1,000. And then if that were to happen, we would be $1,750 away from knocking out October and getting into the middle of November, because we've already got some funds in November from the monthly donations. So there you go, folks. Would somebody consider that? And if so, go to realsoutherngospel.com. Or I tell you what, if so, why don't you text me? Jot down this number, 615-218-0517. And we'll work all that out and get all the details worked out on how we do the matches, okay? So if you will do up to $500, if somebody will do that, that means if we can get others to contribute 5, 10, 20, 25, 50, 75, 100 till we hit 500, that 500 magically turns into 1,000, and hallelujah for that. Boy, wouldn't that be a blessing? Would somebody consider doing that? Text me right now, 615-218-0517, or call if you're not into texting. That's fine. Call me at that same number, 615-218-0517. All right, let's do another Real Southern Gospel Quartet number. This one written by Jeff Gibson, their first single, and I love it. Again, just bug-eyed straight, as traditional can be, quartet singing. It's this real traditional stuff's just what we do here on Real Southern Gospel Radio. Here we go. Jeff Gibson wrote it. Real Southern Gospel Quartet to sing it. Come to Jesus. You'll leave a different way.
Do you care what happens now, music-wise?
No. want to run the restroom, and then you'll leave it there right away. Hey, folks, turn up the radio. You're going to love this. Old Jeff Gibson wrote a dandy here. Just going back live. All right. So I asked if someone would pray about doing a $500 match, and someone and I want to say their name, but I won't, because he's a humble man, humble family, just and it's not about an accolade to him, and so I won't. But he texted me and said I'll do $1,000 match, and they give monthly, they give matches, and it's just unbelievable what they've done for what we're doing here at Real Southern Gospel Radio. I'm just simply just speechless, and I'm thankful and appreciative, and thank you. So, and to that end, I want to thank Troy Hathaway for joining in with us. $50 donation. Troy, you know what? That 50 just turned into $100. Thank you for that. Vic Gray sent me a text, said, hey, send in a $100 check. Brother Vic, thank you. And your wife, just thank you. You're a blessing. You know what kind of a blessing you are to me. I've told you that umpteen times. And what you did for me while in the hospital and all that, I couldn't repay you no matter what I did. If I just gave you my whole bank account and said, here, it's just all yours, not enough. And so then for you to bless us with what you're doing here, I thank you. And that $100, Brother Vic, turned into $200. So we've got $150 toward $1,000 match. And when that happens, and 1,000 turns into 2,000, that means we're just $1,425 away from getting October done. And then we're into November. We got to get that knocked out at the very least. And then that gets us into the fall festival, what's it called? Share-a-thon. Yeah, it's good. So that'll get us close. We're making progress again. I'm just simply thankful. Boys and girls, gentlemen, ladies, I'm thankful. Thank you. Okay. So $850 away to get that match doubled up. Who will be next? You got $5. Somebody's going to match it. It's going to turn into 10. You got 25. It turns into 50. 50 turns into 100. 100 into 200. 250 into 500. The match is happening right now. Would you please contribute? Think about that. Pray about it. Whatever that amount is, it will double up. And here's how you do it. You can go to realsoutherngospel.com, click on the Donate Now button on the main page. And then you can also, if you like, if you don't get into all of that online business and don't want to put your credit card information in and all that, you can just call us and we'll do it over the phone, 615-218-0517, 615-218-0517. And it'll double up. Whatever it is you give, it'll double up right now. We need another 850, and then that's the max that's being contributed to match, and that'll be a blessing. Man, that'll be a blessing. Hallelujah. So pray about that, okay? Here in a little bit, I'm going to start talking about some Real Southern Gospel events that we've been working on. We've got one coming up in August. We got one coming up in October, and we got a whopper coming up December 1st and 2nd. And I'm going to show you posters, going to give you information. We're going to feature music from all of the folks that's involved with all of this. And folks, we're working hard, man. Honestly, I simply can't work any harder. Got my staff working as hard as they can in trying to not only bring real Southern gospel music, real traditional stuff back to the airwaves, but also to churches through the Real Southern Gospel Talent Agency. Back to bringing real Southern gospel music in for your revivals and your camp meetings and your Friday night sings and your, fifth Sunday sings and your homecomings and all of that. And then bringing it into the concert halls and into venues outside of the church, and bringing real traditional Southern gospel music to those venues and those places. And we've got 3 of those happening, And we got groups that we're booking for that's in churches all across the country, and bringing real Southern gospel music to those places. So the Lord is allowing these things to happen, and I'm immensely thankful. But now these events that are coming up, folks, if you don't show up at these events, real Southern gospel is going to look bad. When you go into a venue and there's 30 people in the seats and there's 500 seats, this is not a good thing. We look bad. It looks like, in fact, real Southern gospel isn't alive. Unlike the promo that I play, it's alive. It looks dead if we do these things and nobody shows up. So, folks, all I can do is just sincerely ask you to please support these events. And we're going to talk more about that here in a moment, show you the posters, get you the posters, get information, phone numbers, all of the stuff that you need to do what you need to do to make these things be successful. And if we can have these to be successful, you know what we're going to do? More of them, more cities, more places, more. It's up to you. What's next? Oh, I love this song. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to call this my favorite Kingdom Air song. If I studied hard, I'd probably think if you had a second and a third one, but I'm going to call this one the top dog. It's so true. Every word of this is true, and they sing the paint off the wall. This, boys and girls, is real Southern gospel music. Kingdom Air's What We Needed. Oh, yes, right here on Real Southern Gospel Radio. Boys and girls. What about that? I don't know that it gets much better than that. Kingdom Heirs, what we needed. Oh, man. That is top-notch stuff right there. Let me see. We got some folks that are tuning in. Let's see. Hey, Scott Edwards. Wow on the Williamsons. Yes, that's a fact. They are a wow group. Patty Graham. Love the Williamsons. Yeah. Everybody's loving on the Williamsons today. Lisa's fantastic. Oh, yeah. John Hamlin, Brother Hamlin. Hey, folks, let's help our real Southern gospel friend, Les Butler. Thank you, Brother Hamlin. I appreciate that very much. You and your sweet wife donated this morning. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Daryl Sheely, there's blessed assurance in the blood. I reckon even Fanny Crosby would be rejoicing when hearing this song. Oh, yes, she sure would. Travis Howard, keep on keeping on, Brother Les. We appreciate you. Thank you, Travis. Brother Howard, you're blessing us, man. Thank you so much for everything that you do, and I sincerely mean it. Thank you. Patty Graham, love the Real Southern Gospel Quartet. Love this song. Jeff Gibson, what a fabulous lyric. Amen to that. Come to Jesus, you can leave a different way. You can come a drunkard and you can leave sober. You can come on pills and leave those pills at the altar and walk away and just leave a different way. You can leave brokenhearted and you can get up with your heart mended. Come to Jesus. He can leave a different way. Amen. Hello, Virgil Merritt. Good to see you, sir. Hello, sounding great as always. Thank you, sir. Scott Harvath. Good afternoon, Les. Good afternoon to you, Scott. Good to see you. Bring some concerts to Minnesota, eh? Minnesota, eh? Man, I don't know how to get to Minnesota. I don't think you can get to Minnesota from Tennessee. Hey, Virgil Merritt. Don't hear the Kingdom Heirs. My wife was helping you out there. You got to hear the music. You have to radio on. You got to have the radio on. You're not going to hear it on Facebook Live and on our Real Southern Gospel YouTube channel. So if you're watching us, that means you can't hear any of the music. You can keep watching us, but you have to turn on the radio station on your phone or whatever device that you listen to us on. Okay? Yes, you can hear me, but you cannot hear the music. That's right, Virgil. You have to have the radio station on. Hey there, Sister Tonya Puckett. We're getting ready to talk about our event. You're one of the hardest working people we know in Southern gospel music. Tim and I want you to know you're appreciated. I thank you for that. I appreciate that. But you do show me, and you do appreciate what we do. And I appreciate you and Tim, man. I really do. You are a blessing to what we do, for sure. Here in a little bit, I mean, really, in just a couple minutes, we're going to talk about an event that we're working on together. The Pucketts, myself. It's really good. It's coming up. It's just around the corner. I'm excited. I'm pumped. Let me see what we got here. Let me tell you, I played a little thing here a while ago. Let me do this now. Oh, we need to take a break. We'll do it here in a little bit. We'll come back out of the break with this little instrumental thing that the Real Deal Band on a brand new instrumental hymns album that we produced for Real Southern Gospel Records. It's on that, and we don't have it released yet. I'm just giving you a little taste. I did earlier this morning. Going to give you one more. Then we're going to talk about all of these events coming, and man, it's something else. But meanwhile, in and amongst all this, we do have somebody that's matching up to $1,000. And we have matched 150 of that $1,000. So we've got 850 more. Folks, that means when you call in and say $50, I want to donate $50. It's really $100. Let's jump on it now and get this donation while we've got somebody that's saying, I'll donate and match up to X amount of dollars. And in this case, it's a lot of money. It's $1,000. So we can turn it into two like that and almost be done with all of October and be well into November because of our monthly donations. We already have money in the pot there for November, but we got to get through October. And how better of a way to do it than with somebody that's going to match $1,000. Now, that doesn't mean you have to send $1,000 in. and they'll match that. They're going to match up to 1,000. So if you do 10, it turns into 20 because of that donation. You do 50, it's 100. 100, it's 200. You get it. You don't have to do 1,000. Somebody else is going to do the 1,000. We just have to get that in combination with everybody to get up to that $1,000 that they will then match. Here's how you do it. Go to realsoutherngospel.com. Click on the button that says donate now, or call right now. If you don't want to do donations online, it's okay. Call right now. We're going to pick up the phone, 615-218-0517. 615-218-0517. Do it right now while this match is on, and we can get up to $1,000 and turn all that into $2,000. Praise the Lord. But we need to hear from you now. And we just got 3 hours left in this share-a-thon. Going to talk about these events a lot, but I can't lose focus on the fact that the phones need to ring, the emails need to come in, and we've got to get through November, folks. We got a little ways to go. Let's get it done, okay? It's break time. Going to come back, a little instrumental music. Then we're going to show you posters. We're going to talk about these events. If you're listening on the radio, go to Facebook.com, type in Live with Les. You'll see all the posters. It'll give you all the information. Jot down phone numbers and email addresses and websites and get all the information you need. And we've got 3 huge events coming up that, folks, you just have to show up to be there. So we don't get embarrassed and we don't embarrass the Lord. We say that we're for the real stuff, and then it comes your way and you don't come. We can't do that. So go to Facebook right now. Go to Live with Les. Going to show you these posters. Going to feature music from all these groups. That's what's going to happen over the next 3 hours as we march toward the goal of getting funded through November on Real Southern Gospel Radio. Break time, coming back in a moment. Here we go. Well, the Primitive Quartet. Let me do this right here. We're not going to talk about this as an event because it's not an event yet, but I do want to say, if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, I'm going to put a poster up here. Echoes of Hominy Valley. Hominy Valley, as you know, is no more. The Primitive are retired, and there's no more Hominy Valley. And so I've dealt with the brothers for months as they announced their retirement, and said, fellas, we don't need fewer Hominy Valleys, less of a Hominy Valley. We need more of this, not less of this. And so I shared with them a vision. Shared that with my pastor, Brother Tony Hudson, Middle Tennessee Baptist Church, and we have, they have purchased, the church did, a camp, some property, and it's being improved upon, and it's incredible. It's just incredible. Matter of fact, if you're looking right now, if you take a look at the top half of the graphic that we created, you would think that's Hominy Valley. That's not Hominy Valley. That's where we're located in Middle Tennessee in the mountains. And so we are working on having the Hominy Valley event coming over to Old Paths Mountain. And we don't have dates. We don't have anything set. I've got Jeff Tolbert and Primitive Road set to pull the trigger when we have the first date. And it may be something we maybe have to crawl before we walk. And that's fine. What we're going to do, whatever we need to do that's in the Lord's timing, and try to just mind the Lord and do it the way he wants us to. And so this fall, we might have one night with, I don't know, maybe Jeff and Primitive Road. Brother Reagan Riddle of the Primitive Quartet, he's still writing, and he wants to go and do some singing. We may bring him in there. I don't know what's going to happen, but stay tuned for that. Okay. Stay tuned. And we're probably going to be looking at a fall event, not for this year, but an event for next year that may be more than a one night thing, but we're working on it. And we've got the bell that they used to ring there at Hominy Valley when someone got saved. We have that now at the camp. We have got the date set where we're bringing the altar that they had there at Hominy Valley. That's coming over to Old Paths Mountain, and we're going to do our best to do it the way the Primitive did for 40 years there on the mountain. And I believe God will honor that. So that's all I can tell you about that right now. So now we're done about that. That's that with that. Now we're going to go to, where to go? Right here. Real Southern Gospel Song Revival. That's the next thing that's coming up. And you've been hearing us talk about this for months now. It's finally here. I mean, it is exactly a month from tonight, to be honest with you. Friday, August 25th. The host group for the whole weekend is KT&T. I am the MC host for the entire weekend. And then Friday night, along with us, I'm going to bring my old-time preacher quartet buddies, and the whole quartet will be there. And the Williamsons will be there on Friday. That's a real Southern gospel night, boys and girls. Maybe only to be outdone by Saturday night, which, again, I'm emceeing. KT&T will be there. They'll be singing. How about Fields of Grace? He won't just get you by. He'll see you through, and The Well and all the other songs that they've got that you've been hearing on the radio. And their new songs from the new album. Oh, they're going to tee them up there. And then Barry Rowland and Deliverance going to bring 3 sacks full of Kyla Faye Rowland hits that's got the touch of God on every single one of them. And we are going to go and have ourselves a revival. And it's called Real Southern Gospel Song Revival because we don't want it to be some big concert shindig. We've got church in mind. And so there's all the information. Call 270-804-1375 for more information. This poster can also be found at realsoutherngospel.com. And so if you want to jot down the address from the poster, you go there and get it. But there it is, also online. If you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, 270-804-1375. We need to have that church full. I don't want to embarrass what we're doing on Real Southern Gospel Radio. I don't want to be embarrassed, but way more than all of that, I don't want to embarrass the Lord as we fumble the ball on doing what we feel what he's led us to do. And both nights we got preachers. I mean, we're just going to go to church. If y'all are interested in going to church and seeking God, get to Mayfield, Kentucky, Priorsburg Baptist Church, August 25th and 26th. Now, let's play a song from KT&T. They're your host group for that weekend. And they do a Redback song. Which one is it? Deep in within my heart, oh man. He keeps me singing. Yeah, that's the name of it. Let's hear it right now. KT&T. We're going to be singing right there in Priorsburg, Mayfield, Kentucky, August 25th and 26th. Call now for more information. 270-804-1375. Sing KT&T.
We got 60 listeners.
Hey, folks. Tanya, great. Just read that, man. I'm pumped about that. Great. Thank you. They've reserved their room in Owensboro. God's Perfect Time, KAT&T. Before that, that was Fields of Grace with that song, God's Perfect Time. And they are going to be a part of the Real Southern Gospel Song Revival. KTT, Old Time Preachers Quartet, Williamson's, Barry Rowland and Deliverance, Fields of Grace, yours truly. 2 great nights of Sure Enough Gun Barrel Straight. Ain't no doubt about it. Real Southern gospel music, preaching, singing, shouting. Ain't no telling what's going to happen. It's going to be good. Can't wait for it to happen. And I want to thank some folks who's contributing to the cause. This is a one-day booster share-a-thon. And so here's what we got. We've got Charles Vogel Calloway that is blessing us with $7.50 a month. Bless you, Brother Charles. Every month, $7.50. That's a blessing right there. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just over and over again, thank you for that blessing monthly. Man, that's great. Then we've got a $100 one-time gift from Jackie White, Racine, Ohio. Jackie White, thank you for that. God bless you. And by the way, all of these monies are being doubled because there's $1,000 match, and we're not even close to that. Let me do this last one here. We've got Brandon Hine that has given us $5, a one-time donation. Brandon, awesome. Thank you. All of that. Now, let me do all this math here, right here. You got 150, 255. So it's basically, let's call it 255 against the $1,000 matching donation. So that means we've got $745 more to go. What that means is when Brandon gave that $5, it turned into 10. When Jackie White gave that 100, it turned into 200. And all of this is doubling up to $1,000 because of a donor that said they would do that. If we could get that knocked out by 5, that gets us close to being done for all of October. And that gives us then 2 hours to get all of November done. And we've got kind of the minimum hit at that point. Was hoping to do December, but I'll thank the Lord for getting us through November. And we're close on October. If we get that $1,000 match taken care of, that's $2,000. That means we're $1,320 away. $1,320. Is that right? Yeah, $1,320 away from getting all of October done. So here's how you do it. Go to realsoutherngospel.com and click on the Donate Now button. And whatever it is you donate, it doubles up to the $1,000 matching donation. What a blessing that is. If you don't want to do it online, you can call us 615-218-0517, 615-218-0517. Okay? So there's that. Let me say thank you to some folks who over the past year and a half, they have contributed. Some have contributed one-time gifts. Some have contributed monthly. Some have done both. And some have been very sacrificial. And I've just got to say thank you to these folks. David McIntyre, Roger McCown, Richard Ross, Sarah Hart, Cheryl Kettner, Shannon Batchelor, Daryl Sheely, Sherry Lee, Sheila Wilson, Amanda Smith, James Wilson, Brett Olson, Mary Catherine Hughes. You see her back here, sold by mkhome.com all the time. If I'm on, you see her back there. Matter of fact, won't you just send her a text or something right now and tell her thank you? Right there's the number, 615-788-1932. That would be a blessing. She has been a blessing to what we do, that's for sure. And her son certainly is. That would be Isaac. He's here about 3 feet from me right now. Jared Vanderslice, Hannah Young, Suzanne Sparks, I should say. Stephen Worthen, Styles Waldrop, Rita Hurd, Reviving Records, Tommy Alexander of the old Mid-South boys. Thank you all for what you've done in past months. God bless you, and thank you very, 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 very much. We need this matching done, folks. Come on. While somebody's here saying, I'm going to match up to 1,000, we can't let that go by. Step up here and help us, would you? Go to realsoutherngospel.com, click on the donate now button. And by the way, if this is the first time you've heard one of our share-a-thons, if you are a new listener, you've just recently, and since March when we were last on the air with the share-a-thon, you haven't been a part of the share-a-thon, you just downloaded the app somewhere between like April, May, June, this month. Let me ask you to prayerfully consider helping us. As I've said a few times today, and this blows my mind, if everybody that's downloaded the app would give us $1 a month, I don't think we'd ever have to do a share-a-thon again. Period. Not this year, not next year, not the year after. We'd be done. And it'd just be singing and shouting and preaching 24/7, and we wouldn't have to interrupt a day like this. I don't like doing this, but I have to. I've got no option. I don't have $6,470 a month. Are you kidding me? No. Brother Les don't have it. So the Lord is putting it on the hearts of folks to step in with me, go shoulder to shoulder and help. And y'all are doing that. And I thank you for that. God bless you. Thank you 1,000 times over. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And just pray for us and do what you can. And so for those of you who are new to the station, and since we've been on the last share-a-thon, there's been, I don't know how many, it's 4 figures that's just added since then. And so, if you would just consider doing something, boy, we'd be done with this today. So again, realsoutherngospel.com, click on the donate now button or call. If you don't like doing the donate stuff, call 615-218-0517, 615-218-0517. Would you consider doing that? Okay, let's do one more song. And here, I want to put this poster up one more time. Here you go. Coming up 1 month from today, KT&T, Old Time Preachers Quartet, Williamson's, Barry Rowland and Deliverance, Fields of Grace, yours truly, 2 nights. It's incredible. I can't wait. Be there, Mayfield, Kentucky. For more information, 270-804-1375. Which song are we doing? It's the Williamsons, right? Number 1. Which one? We've had a few. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I had to play the intro. Here we go. The Williamsons. Oh, it's my favorite Williamson song. Every moment, every mountain, every mile, right here on Real Southern Gospel Radio. Call us, folks. Email us, realsoutherngospel.com. Donate now. We need to hear from you. Friends, on the count of three, let's say what that is. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. That's as strong as a garlic milkshake right there. The Williamsons, every moment, every mountain, every mile, he's been there with us all the way. Man, that song is so strong. That's real Southern gospel, folks. If there ever was real Southern gospel, everything about it. The band track, the singing, the lyric, straight up, gun barrel straight. Well, I want to say to Miss Janetta, who sent in a donation. Bless you, Miss Janetta. I appreciate it. Love you, love your family, and you're just special people, and we love you. Bev and I love you, and thank you for what you're doing for Real Southern Gospel Radio. So that's another 100. So let me do the math here. 150, 250, 350, 355. So we've got $645 more that we can match. We've got somebody that's blessed us to do up to $1,000 match, and we've got well, I've already forgotten. Let's see, 155, 355. So we got 645 left to go, I think, to match that. Let's try to get that done in the next 17 minutes. Can we do that? Come on, folks. If you got $5, do it now, because with this match, it means it turns into 10. If you do 50, it turns into 100. If you do 100, it turns into 200. You get it. If somebody did basically about $325, we'd be done with this. The match would be done. Basically, if somebody did like an adopt a day, that would do it. That's $360 for the year for an adopt a day. And we have, real quick here, it appears as if we've got the following days available to adopt: 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 21. Then it jumps plumb over to 30. So there you go. If somebody took one of those days, you get multiple announcements during the day. It's a 1-year commitment, $30 a month, one time of $360. And then at that point, he's matching and we're out of Dodge. Okay? Who'll step up and do that? If you want to do that, you have to call us. Call now, 615-218-0517. 615-218-0517. And on the adopted days, it's always to honor someone. Honor a spouse, a husband, a wife, your kids, grandkids, your pastor, your church, or thank the Lord for the date of your salvation, for being saved. Those are the things that the adopted days are for, and we do it in your name. And we thank you and appreciate you on the air for doing that as well. So if you want to do an adopt a day, we've got about half of the days in the month available and open. You can call us at 615-218-0517. We'll get that knocked out right now. Now, if you want to do a one-time donation or a monthly donation, you can do it online, realsoutherngospel.com, and click on the Donate Now button. Okay? And it'll come through, and it's going to be doubled because of the match from this individual, up to $1,000. We got a little over $600 left for the match. We've got a little over $300 that's been matched thus far. So do it now. Okay, now we've got a new event. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, I have changed posters. I now have the Shaping Clay Jubilee poster, and it is Friday and Saturday, October 6th and 7th. It's on the other side of Kentucky, East Kentucky, over there by where my parents were born and raised, real close to Moorhead and Olive Hill. It's in Manchester, Kentucky, and we've done this date now for several years. It's a great date. Now, we had a hurricane that messed with us last year. I mean, it monkeyed with us bad. But we're going to go back to the park. Hopefully we don't have any hurricanes to deal with. The beautiful park out there in Manchester, it's Rawlings and Stenson Park, heavily wooded. I mean, it keeps the sun off of us. The weather's always been beautiful, again, with the exception of last year. Drove us into a high school gym. and it monkeyed with people not wanting to come out in it, and I get it. And so just pray that doesn't happen this year. But on Friday, we've got Gerald Crabb, Old Time Preachers Quartet, Stevens Family Tradition, Kevin Spencer, Shepherds, and Perry's. Now, that's not to say that that's not a real Southern Gospel day, because it is. But the official real Southern Gospel day is Saturday, and you'll see why. The Inspirations, the Singing Cooks, the Spencers, Stevens Family Tradition, Forever Found, and they got high school choir. It's going to come there and do a little singing. That's great. I love to see kids sing. That's going to be great. But boys and girls, really, that whole weekend, Friday and Saturday, it's just a real Southern Gospel event. And we are so glad to have that be an event that we are a part of and have naming rights on it with Shaping Clay Jubilee. I thank the Stevens Family Tradition for allowing this to happen and allowing me to help them with this. And boy, you're going to love Stevens Family Tradition. You talking about a bluegrass band. These guys are pickers and singers and writers, and they are something else. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and let them sing one, and then we'll come and we'll go into a couple songs, and then I'll come back and we'll talk more about this event. But there's the information at the bottom of the screen. You can go to Facebook and just type in Shaping Clay Ministries. Is there a phone number on there? There's no phone number. They need to fix that poster. They need a phone number. But just go to the Facebook page for more information there. And whatever you do, show up. It's going to be, I mean, look at that, boys and girls. Really, that's the most traditional, real Southern bluegrass gospel event that I've seen in many a day. Let's support it. What do you say? Right now, Stevens Family Tradition, The Call, right here on Real Southern Gospel Radio. We need to hear from you. It's Share-a-thon time. Call 615-218-0517 or go to realsoutherngospel.com and donate now. Good to see you. Now, we've had some more contribute. Brother Vaughn, Sister Geraldine from the church, thank you. $100 one-time gift. I appreciate it. Thank you. And by the way, it's in matching funds time, so that $100 there is really $200. Miss Janetta, she wants to do an adopt-a-day, the 28th. Miss Janetta, it's yours. Thank you for that. Sincerely, thank you for that. And so with all that, let me do my rough math here again. 150, 155, 255, 355, 555, 585, 685. So we're $315 away, $315 away from having the $1,000 match all matched up. Okay? 315 away. So who will just, I tell you what, if somebody will do an adopt a day right now, it's done. Then the whole thing is matched, the whole 1,000, and you all have contributed 1,000, and an anonymous donor is matching all of that and turning your 1,000 into 2. So who will do an adopt a day? That'll just knock it out. Let's just knock it out like that. Then we've got a little less than 2 hours to knock out all of November. Okay? Here's how you can do an adopt a day. You have to call us. 615-218-0517. 615-218-0517. And then Isaac will talk to you. We'll figure out the date that you want. We'll get the information that you want on the announcements that will be heard multiple times on that day, every day for the next year, every day on that date, I should say. So if you take, for example, the 3rd of the month, because it's available, the 3rd of every month, all of your messages will be heard multiple times every day. Well, if somebody will do that right now, this $1,000 matching donation is done. So do that, okay? Now, we're going to talk about the next event, really drill down deep on this, because this is a big old undertaking that we announced last night, about this time, as a matter of fact, about 24 hours ago. And it's an undertaking unlike anything I've ever done as it relates to an event. So we'll talk to you about that here in just a moment. But we need these donations to come in this last hour and 48 minutes, folks. We've got to get at least November knocked out. And we've got matching funds that we can knock out now. Now's the time to do it. By the way, I said if you do an adopt a day, which is $360 for the year, or $30 a month, however you want to do it. But the 360 is what we can match. We can match the 30 a month, but it's only a $30 match. So if you want to be a part of the match and knock it out, it's got to be a one-time gift of 360, and you get that date for the entire year. So you don't have to do that though. If you've got $5 you want to donate, bless your heart, send it on. If you want to do 10, send it on, and it'll be doubled. Your 10's a 20. You want to do 30? It's 60. Do 50? It's 100. Would you consider doing that? That'll get us close to getting October done. Then we'll push to get October done. And then November's already halfway done. So we're really, really close to the finish line there, folks. So consider that. Help us pray about it, and do what the Lord would have you to do. Okay? And online, Larry, let me go back over here to these comments. Brother Larry Davis, you said that you wanted to pledge 500. Thank you, sir. We've got to get you hooked up, though, to get that done. And so if you are watching, if you would call, or if you're listening, if you would call right now, 615-218-0517. They will answer the phone. They'll get you knocked out here and get it all fixed up, and we'll get that 500 done. And then that'll take care of the matching pledge at that point. Real quick, too, I want to read a couple of these comments. I'm going to keep this one comment for after I show the poster of this next big event. This is says, good afternoon, Les. This is Tim, KT&T. Just wanted you to know I received a call from a lady in New Jersey yesterday. She heard about the song Revival on the station, and she is coming. That just blesses my soul. Someone's going to come from New Jersey, which is almost not even in America. You're going to come to Manchester, or to, that's not Manchester. Mayfield, Kentucky, for the Real Southern Gospel Song Revival. That blesses my soul, Tim Puckett. Thank you for sharing that. Wow. Well, Larry Davis, call us. We sure would like to have that $500 in as part of this matching contribution. Boy, would that be helpful. Want to thank, too, some folks that have donated. Some have donated one-time gifts. Some have donated, are donating monthly. Some are doing both. And they've been doing it over the last year and a half. And I got some of those names, like Thomas McCune, Tammy Sumner, Terry Smith, Jonathan Lawson, Mylan Hayes family, Williamsons, Anthony Bankhead, Tim Bates, Tim Witt, Timothy Butler, Tim Livingston, Todd Bailey, Tim Puckett, Brian Hoffman, Jackie White, Kilsack. I don't know how to say that name. I'm so sorry. Vicki Wilson, Christopher Burris, Mike and Lisa Whitman, Tonya Puckett, Tim Mays, Bill Carr. Bless you. Bless you. Thank you all. Thank you a million times. Thank you for everything that each of you have done. It's just amazing. And we've got more on that list that before we leave that I will announce here. And I just got a text from Rebecca Peck. She said, almost not even America. She's dying. She's laughing. She gave me the little laughing, the crying laughing emoji. New Jersey is almost not even in America. That is true. Miss Rebecca, you know I'm telling the truth. Okay, so I'm going to play J.D. Sumner and the Stamps. Going to go old school, which, by the way, excuse me, it's 70s. This weekend, matter of fact, starting with the Friday night sing at 7 o'clock, it's going to feature J.D. Sumner and the Stamps, Oak Ridge Quartet. That's 7 to 8. And then at 8 o'clock, we got a big old Christmas in July. Christmas in July. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard of. Everybody knows Christmas is in December except for Gerald Wolfe. For whatever reason, he's got a tree up and a hat on, and he's doing it in July. It's crazy. It's 139 degrees outside, and he's out there with a hat and a Christmas tree. Anyway, I won't play it. Christmas music in July. That's at 8 Central, 9 to 9. And then from then on, all weekend through all of the rest of tonight, 24 hours on Saturday, 24 hours on Sunday, it's a 70s weekend. And not only the 70s music, but I've got stories that we're incorporating from the 70s. We got prices from the 70s. Going to talk about that all weekend. I've got artists that I interviewed back in the 70s. We're bringing those audio clips. We're just taking you back 50 years to the 70s. And it's going to be fantastic. I may not turn off my radio station the whole weekend for myself. I want to listen every second of that. So all that's happening. And the Friday night sing is going to feature, matter of fact, I think this song is on it. Are we doing Rainbow of Love? Is that what we're doing? J.D. Sumner, the Stamps, live at Murray State University in Murray, Kentucky, Rainbow of Love. And when we come back, we're going to talk about this huge thing that's going to the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame, a real event, big doings. First, J.D. and the gang, Real Southern Gospel Radio. Oh, JD, he tickles your gizzard when he gets down there that low. He's a gizzard tickler. Rainbow of Love. It's a 70s weekend starting tonight at 7 with the Friday Night Live Sing here on Real Southern Gospel Radio. Okay, if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, I have put up a poster here that is that's something else. So Real Southern Gospel Radio and the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame have joined forces to bring a Real Southern Gospel weekend to the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame. Now, it's not a Bluegrass Gospel weekend. It is a Southern Gospel weekend, a real Southern Gospel weekend coming up December 1st and 2nd. And this is a big deal here, folks. Big. Let me read through all of this right here. Matter of fact, I don't know that I can read it on the screen. I wish I had this printed off. I guess I'm going to have to do my best. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Hold on. Thank you. Let me get a big old poster here with big old words. Big old poster, big old words. Now, listen to this, folks. Real Southern Gospel Weekend, hosted by yours truly. Hoppers, Williamsons, Barry Rowland and Deliverance, New Ground, Dixie Echoes Quartet. Now, 2-night hotel stay, downtown Owensboro, right there on the property. And by the way, it's literally right on the Ohio River. It's gorgeous. Dinner, Friday and Saturday night at the Hall of Fame. And it's just not dinner, but let me tell you, folks, I am a professional eater. I am a gold medal winning, Olympic winning eater. Have been for 61 years. I have the gold medals to prove it. I've eaten around the world. I've eaten in probably 40 states, few countries. Moonlight Barbecue is as good as you're going to find anywhere. And not only the barbecue, but in everything else they do, it's absolutely bug-eyed incredible. And they're going to feed us Friday and Saturday night. Going to have a Southern Gospel gift bag. Admission includes, our ticket will include admission to the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame and Museum, featuring renowned exhibits and rare artifacts. And I spent the whole day there yesterday, and man, I just was in hog heaven. Preferred seating at the Friday evening concert featuring the Hoppers, the first family of Southern Gospel music. Members of the Gospel Music Hall of Fame, Southern Gospel Music Hall of Fame. They've won every award you can think of. Williamson's multiple #1 songs. Going to have a live band there with the Williamsons. Going to be incredible. Now, Saturday preferred seating, Dixie Echoes, Southern Gospel Music Hall of Fame members, multiple award winners. Barry Rowland and Deliverance. Going to bring 3 sacks full of Kyla Faye Rowland songs with the touch of God on them. Going to include a special video presentation that night as part of their doing there at the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame, and some audio interviews that I've conducted with Kyla. We're going to have Kyla in her voice with us that night at the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame. It's a night you'll never forget. And New Ground, if you haven't heard New Ground, they have a big, bold, right between the eyes, incredible traditional Southern Gospel sound. That's just they are big singers, big vocalists. They kind of remind me of the Happy Goodmans, but there's just 3 of them. And it is stout. They're celebrating 30 years. They're going to be there. Then Saturday afternoon, there's going to be a special session with yours truly. And I'm going to be bringing stories, going to have a Q&A session. I'm bringing a bunch of memorabilia from my own Southern Gospel Music Hall of Fame and Museum that I have, that I own. And a special session with Barry Rowland, the son of Hall of Fame member Kyla Rowland. Barry's going to share personal stories about his mother and how she came to write some of these award-winning songs. And it will bless your soul. Going to have some live broadcasts going on with Real Southern Gospel Radio. This is some kind of weekend. Hotels are incorporated in all this, so you can do the full package of all of that, all the food in the hotels, and your concert tickets, and the Hall of Fame tickets, and all the other stuff I talked about. Or you can just get a ticket to the singing Friday night, or a ticket to the singing Saturday night. So here's the deal. Email Real Southern Gospel at bluegrassmuseum.org. Real Southern Gospel at bluegrassmuseum.org. And what a beautiful facility on the Ohio River. Wait till you go into this concert facility. And by the way, Steve Chandler, engineer of engineers, engineer of all those Happy Goodman huge hits, he's running sound, and you're going to be blown away by the sound. You're going to be blown away by the comfort, all of it. It's just a world-class facility. We've tried to do the best of the best of the best that we could do to shine a light on real traditional Southern gospel music and do it in a professional way. And I believe we have orchestrated that, and we're doing that. And I hope you show up. It would not be good if we go there and nobody shows up. Not good for real Southern gospel radio, not good for real Southern gospel music. That would just give fodder to those who don't think that what we're doing is even worth doing. They'd sit back and say, told you, ain't nobody cares for this old stuff. Nobody. Look at them falling on their face. Would you help that not to happen? So you want individual tickets? Email Real Southern Gospel at bluegrassmuseum.org or call jot this down, 270-925-8453, 270-925-8453. Deadline to book the package with the hotels and the food and all of the other stuff that comes in the big package. That deadline's October 27th. So you've got time, but jump on it, folks. I want the phones to ring. I want to see some early things happen that just tells people, hey, this thing's serious. I want the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame to be happy and excited that they have hooked up with us to bring real traditional gospel music to their incredible world-class facility. I don't want them to shake their head and say, what have we done? What is this real Southern gospel? And they nothing to it. Oh no, please folks, don't. Please help us there. Got a message from Tim Puckett or Tonya Puckett that emailed me and said this. I'm excited about this. KT&T super excited about August 25th and 26th. And by the way, we've reserved our room for the event in Owensboro. We're going to be Southern gospel fans that weekend. Tim, Tonya, bless your heart. Thank you. Oh man, thank you for that. That encourages me. And we need a whole bunch of others doing that too. A whole bunch. And I'm going to give you, we've already booked the spring of 2024 event. I'm going to come back and talk to you about that. And boys and girls, I don't know. You better be sitting down when I whoop this on you. Because if you're not, you're liable to fall out on the floor. So it's going to be big. Let's listen to some music from somebody from that weekend. Is it the Hoppers you got? What song you got? Shout time. Come on. We're going to shout over there in Owensboro on December 1st and 2nd with the Hoppers. Turn it up, sing along with them right now. Shouting time. Real Southern gospel music on Real Southern Gospel Radio. If you're listening on the radio, if you can, why don't you go to Facebook and go to Live with Les and see that page there. And we're live right now. Or you can go to our YouTube channel and type in Real Southern Gospel, and we're on live there as well. Now, we are, let me look here. We are 315. We are $295 away from matching that $1,000. $295. Will somebody just take care of it? Go to realsoutherngospel.com and click on the Donate Now button right there on the main page. Okay? Or you can call us and we'll take your credit card information and all that over the phone. 615-218-0517. 615-218-0517. Okay? What else can we do here? We've got, the matching funds. We're close on getting that knocked out. And maybe once we do that, we can end with one more matching fund and help us get into November. And also, Larry Davis, if you are listening, we got your message about the $500 contribution you want to make. Thank you for that. We need to knock out the details of that. So if you would call us, that'd be great. 615-218-0517. Do that. Okay. All right. Don't forget too, we've got other things that we need to have sponsored that'll help us to get to our goal. Somebody want to sponsor Bible trivia or our preaching segments, or I'm really wanting to knock out these hymns that we do. We've got the hymn show that we do Sunday morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Central, 7 to 11 Eastern. Then we also have every hour of every day on Real Southern Gospel Radio. We have at least one hymn in the hour. Sometimes it's 2 and 3. And we need those of you who want to help us to promote the hymns, not just to, polish them up and let them be like a little museum piece over in the corner, but I mean to really promote these great hymns of the faith and keep them on the top shelf with the spotlight shining on them and make a big deal out of them that they are. Would you help us to sponsor some of these hymn segments? And if you would, call me and I'll do my best to answer your questions, and hopefully we can get that done. I hope you will consider doing that. I'm very burdened about the hymns of the church, and especially just these old-fashioned hymns. So call 615-218-0517, 615-218-0517. Again, we've got $295 to go. And we've got the $1,000 match. Once we get the $295, that means we've created $2,000. So please get a hold of that and understand that. And for those of you who are listening on Real Southern Gospel Radio, you're new listeners, you've never had a chance to help us and to keep us on the air, now's your time. Please prayerfully consider doing exactly that. And maybe the Lord put something on your mind, maybe a one-time gift, maybe it's a monthly gift, maybe it's $5 or $500, just whatever you can do and whatever he puts on your heart to do, that's what we want you to do. We got an hour and 9 minutes before the Friday Night Sing comes on, and we've got to get the rest of October taken care of, which is going to be let's see, it's about $1,500 more after we get this 300, or after we get this 295 to finish off the match. And then when that happens, well, we're going to need about another $3,000 more to take care of November. That's an awful lot to do in an hour and 8 minutes, and I can't do it. And you probably can't do it on your own. This is in the Lord's hands, and he knows our need. And so all we can do is leave it in his hands. That's what I'm doing now. I will tell you that once you pray about it, if he moves on your heart, if you want to call us, give us your credit card information. We'll do whatever you want there, 615-218-0517, or go to realsoutherngospel.com and click on the Donate Now button and put in whatever you want to do. One-time gift. There's a place there where you can check off monthly and make it a monthly recurring gift, and that'll be a blessing for sure. Okay, so how about who's next? Is it Dixie Echoes next or Barry? Barry. Which one are we going to do? Yes. I think I'll just go with God. I'm with Barry Rowland and Deliverance. They're going to be a part of this big weekend, the Real Southern Gospel Weekend at the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame, December 1st and 2nd. More about that in a moment. But right now, we need you to donate. Hey, everybody watching on Facebook and YouTube. Mark Trammell Quartet still standing after the storm here on Real Southern Gospel Radio. It is Booster Share-a-thon time 2023 here, doing a little one day to get us to the fall Share-a-thon, which will be in November. And we want to thank Steve Ellis for adopting a day and paying all of that for the entire year, which means we now have all of the matching funds done. Thank the Lord. Appreciate that. And to the anonymous donor, thank you. God bless you. We appreciate that. Before we started the matching donation there from this anonymous donor, we needed a little over $3,500 to get out of October. Now we just need $1,510. I say just need. That's a lot of money, folks. And we've got less than an hour. Then we have to finish off November. Bottom line is, let me just quickly do some math here. 35, 40. We need $5,000 in a year, in less than an hour. That can't be done, folks, without God just showing up and putting it on your all's heart to step up here. So maybe somebody else would be moved to do a matching donation of some kind, maybe a matching donation of $500. And then everybody else can join in and do $5, $10, $20, $50, $100 and make it easy to get to that $500. And that $500 then turns into $1,000. Well, we need about 5,000 altogether in this last hour, which is absolutely just simply impossible to do. I can't do it, and I don't know of any of y'all that could do it in one swoop. God's going to have to just jump in here, and again, He can, He has, and so let's just pray about this last hour, okay? Matter of fact, let's do that now. God, we ask you to just show up and do something great and mighty. That more than we can even think of on our own. And we know that you can do it. You've done it more than once. You've done it many times, Lord. And we lift you up and praise you and thank you for that and ask you to do it yet again. Amen. Well, here's how we chip away at this large mark. We do it. We bite that elephant off a bite at a time. So let's do it. What do you say? One little bite at a time. Go to realsoutherngospel.com, click on the Donate Now button, and help us to stay on the air and to bring real traditional Southern gospel music to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And special programming like what's getting ready to happen. The Friday Night Sing at 7 o'clock Central, 8 Eastern. And then it's Christmas in July at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. And then the whole weekend, all night, all day tomorrow, 24 hours Saturday, 24 hours on Sunday. It's a special 70s weekend with 70s music, the hits of the 70s, the artists of the 70s, interviews that I did with artists from the 70s. In addition to that, stories about the 70s and what things cost back in the 70s and just a reflective look of the 70s. It's going to be a huge 70s weekend. And the music's absolutely it's just incredible. It's incredible. And we bring that kind of special programming to you all the time. Well, if you like that and want to keep it coming, you've got to help me. I do not have the monthly debt, or not debt, but the monthly expense that we've got to pay every month is $6,470. That's employees, that's Sound Exchange, BMI, ASCAP, CSAC, that's software and hardware and all kinds of other things. Some marketing things that we do to try to get people to know that this station's here, et cetera, et cetera. Folks, you got to help us. I don't have that. I don't have it. If it comes down to where it's going to be on me to do it, you're going to have to find somebody else that's got the money to do the station. So all I can do is ask as humbly as I know how, pray, seek God, let him move on you in regard to this, and then do whatever he says to do. And if he says, don't do anything, I don't want you to do anything. But if he does, here's how you do it. Go to realsoutherngospel.com. Then there on the main page, it says donate now. Do exactly that. Donate now. And if you want to do an adopt a day or want to sponsor our Bible trivia, want to sponsor our ministry moments, the preaching that we have every hour, or the memories, the interviews that we can conduct on the air all the time and bring you the folks that have already gone home to be with the Lord, bring them back to you on the air, talking to us. Vestal, Howard, Sam, Rusty, Kenny, Larry, James Blackwood, Cecil Blackwood, and Ernie Phillips. I can go on and on and on. We want to keep bringing them to you, and we could use a sponsor for all of that. And of course, the hymns, we've talked about that a lot. Who shine the spotlight that is so deserved on these great old hymns of the faith. We've got less than an hour, folks. Got to get a little under $5,000 to get all of the rest of November and October taken care of. But let's eat this elephant a bite at a time. We need $1,510, and then October is done. Will somebody do a matching donation? If somebody will do $750, once others chime in at $5, $10, $20, $50 pop till we hit the $750, that turns into $1,500, and then October is done, and we can finish off November. We've got about $3,000 or so that needs to be done in November. I want to thank some folks that have helped us between January 3rd of last year when we went on up to this day. Many of them did one-time gifts, many of them monthly gifts, many of them have done both. I want to thank my own home church, Middle Tennessee Baptist Church. They bless me every month, and I appreciate it. Harvest Baptist Tabernacle, appreciate them. Westwood Missionary Baptist Church, thank you. Charles Hampton, brother and sister Hamlin there in Michigan, thank you. God bless you. Terry Carter, Elizabeth Lawson, Fellowship Baptist Church in Muncie, First United Methodist there in Wetumpka, Oklahoma, Vic Graves, Esther Ackley, Unity Baptist Church, Chris Freeman, Charles Vogel, Al and Beverly Wenzel, David Shope, all these folks, man, they have blessed us, and we are immensely and forever thankful for that. As we kind of start winding down here, we're going to play a song that's a classic called Little as Much. And how true is that song? You think your $5, $10, $20 one-time gift is just a little old bitty thing. If that's what the Lord's telling you to do and you mind him, that very well may be the thing that's unlocking the door to the Lord doing something even bigger for us to get us to where we need to be. But you've got to mind him for those small little things. And when he gets involved with it, there's no telling how big it can get. So the vocal band's going to remind us, love this song. Turn it up. Let it bless you tonight. Little as much when God is in it. RealSouthernGospel.com. Click on the Donate Now button. Amen. Little is much when God is in it. You know, I'm just hearing the last part of that. I got to thinking, man, I'm just one person. We got a very small staff, and we do so much with so little, staff wise and equipment wise, and just I can go on and on. But I'm reminded of that song. Our feeble efforts, we're doing all that we can, and I believe God is honoring that. And that little bit that we are doing, and I do consider it a little bit. It's nothing in compared to what he did for us. It's so little. It's minuscule, really. A little is much, and he's blessed it. And we've got thousands who listen, and tens of thousands upon tens of thousands upon tens of thousands of hours that's listened to every month, and it's over 100 foreign countries, way up over 100 foreign countries, and all the states, and it's on and on. This little old bitty thing, God has just done so much with, and I'm thankful for it, and I'm thankful for those who have stood by us. And we are still in great need here financially, folks. Our fall share-a-thon is in November, and thus far we are funded through about the third week of October, which means at that point, unless between now and then that changes, I don't know what's going to happen. So I don't know. You just help me pray about all that. But we still have time, and would pray that you would help us to meet this goal to get funded to the time of the fall share-a-thon. And so with that in mind, we need $1,510 to get October done. And we already have $2,895 of November done in monthly contributions. So we got to finish that off, which would be another $35.75 to get that done. Then November is done. So 35 and 15, we're $5,000 away, folks. A little over that. Here's how you help us. Go to realsoutherngospel.com, click on the Donate Now button. And then you can also call us if you want to do Adopt a Days or have any questions about any of the sponsorships we talked about, sponsoring the preaching or any of that. 615-218-0517. 615-218-0517. Do that, and we'll answer the phone, try our best to answer your questions and help you out. And if anybody has, say, $750 that you want to match, that means it's up to us to help get $750 or more through smaller contributions, $5, $10, $20, $50, $100 contributions. And by the time we match that $750, you match that, and that's $1,500, and that takes care of October. Would you consider doing that? If so, I need to hear from you right now. You can go to, just call us, 615-218-0517, or text me 615-218-0517. Obviously, being on the air, it's tough to talk and better for us to communicate via text, but do either one, 615-218-0517. Okay. All right. I got a couple comments here on Facebook. What are you folks saying? Donna Journey. Good to see you, Donnie. Sherry Taylor checking in for the last hour. Thank you, Miss Sherry. We're in a ditch, Miss Sherry. Pray. And I know you've been praying. And so I'm just telling you asking you to do something you've been doing the last few days sacrificially for us. I'm asking you to do it again. We need $1,510 to get us through October, and we got to get November done. Which will be when the next share-a-thon is, the fall share-a-thon. So pray, Miss Sherry. Sure would appreciate that very much. If you want to contribute, go to realsoutherngospel.com, click on the Donate Now button, and you can call us, and we can get your credit card information and all that over the phone, 615-218-0517. What's the next song there, Brother Isaac? Oh, Jeff and Sherry's going to help me sing one. And it's true. We've got a great need here, folks. Here, the financial need for the station to get where we need to get $5,000. That's huge to me. May not be much to you. It's huge to me. And so anyway, all I know is this, that that $5,000, that's nothing to the Lord. He's greater than that need. Whatever our health needs are today, emotional needs, physical needs, emotional needs, whatever the need is, God is greater than all that. Here's Jeff and Sherry to help me out with that very song. And it's true. Let it bless you here this afternoon. He's greater than our need. Hey, Sue Ratliff, if you're wanting to hear the music, you have to have the radio station app on and running. The music won't be played here on the video. That if you're watching this on video, you can't hear the music. You can if you have the radio station on. So if you want to watch and listen, stay right there where you are on Facebook and YouTube. But you have to go to your app, Real Southern Gospel app, turn it on, engage it, have the volume up, and listen to the radio there from the app. Okay. I'm eating chili. I'm gonna put a poster up so you don't have to watch me eat chili.